Good afternoon, everyone. And I hope that you can hear me. I am not sure if you can, but I sure do hope that you can. I haven't been on here in a while, and it just seems as though I was reading something recently, and I will share you what that is about shortly. But I just wanted to briefly come on here because I haven't been on YouTube in a while, and I have not really watched Tasha K. As you can see, she is in my title. Um, I haven't really watched her, but I did watch her this past Friday, and I had a reaction, an unexpected reaction to some of the things that she was saying. So I'm just gonna quickly go over some of those things, and then I'll come back on later on, and we will talk Love and Marriage Huntsville and all the great things that I like to talk to you about. This is Vlog Media Breeze. I know I only have Vlog Media there, but that's because I'm trying to get my business straightened out with journalism uh, as I approach retirement, actually. But I'm trying to do some things that I might want to do even after I retire, after I get completely retired. Um, at any rate, let's just jump right in it, okay? On Friday, I tuned into Storm Monroe a little bit. I didn't hear the whole video, his entire segment, but then I went over and I listened to Tasha K. And guys, a lot of Tasha K's Friday updates are actual news and information that we have known about all week. A lot of what she does on Friday, what she calls Effery Friday, we've heard about it all week. And then what she does is on Friday, she comes in and I guess, does her effery thing with it. It doesn't appear in terms of the content anyway, that there is as much work behind it as you would think, because the information is copied. I mean, it's information that's already out there. A lot of her information I've heard on channels that I go to, which a lot of those channels I will not mention here. But at any rate, other reporters have reported it several times throughout the week. Um, and when she gets on her show, what we hear is a bunch of what she calls Effery Fridays, which to me I call gibberish. And it is just information without the quality because it's giving her opinion, which is not always quality. And I'm saying this, I learned some things about her when I first came on YouTube. If you look at some of my previous videos, I really liked watching Tasha K. But then when you start to look at people's personalities, because I'm somewhat of an empath when it comes to people, I really am. And when you start to look into different actions and personalities and how they do other people on YouTube, you learn that this is a person who lacks quality, in my humble opinion. And I'm not the only one on YouTube who talks about that. There are other people, and I'm not here to drag her or anything. I'm merely talking about the information. Okay. There are other people on YouTube who do drag her, and she knows about them. There's one tribal, I forgot what the YouTube channel was, but it's a tribe something. What is it? YouTube tribe, I can't, African tribe something. But she drags Tasha K to fifth. When I'm done listening to her, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't even. She needs to be a rapper, this young woman. But so I'm not here to drag her or anyone, but I want you all to know you really need to be cautious how you hear information. You need to be cautious about how you hear it, even when it's about other people. You need to be cautious about how you hear it. And you even need to ask yourself, now, what is this person's purpose in delivering this? Why are they so vested in this? She was talking about on Friday, she got into talking about Cardi B. Again, this woman is in cahoots, I'm telling you, with Nicki Minaj to harass and to bully Cardi B. That's all they do. As we see, Nicki Minaj used Cardi B as the highlight of her concert at the Essence Festival. So the reality, what it looks like to me is Cardi B is really very valuable to you all. She's something, she's like gold and diamonds to you guys. Because why do you feel the need to drag her? Why does Nicki Minaj feel the need to bring up Cardi B in a concert that she's doing at the Essence Festival? Why is it her business who Cardi B collabs with? If Cardi B wants and Kanye West get together and they decide to do a collaboration, Nicki is not in that collaboration. So why does she need to go on stage and degrade what they have decided to do? It's pure D jealousy. It is jealousy, it is bullying, it is insecurity. And that's what Tasha K has. That's why her and Nicki get along so well. Okay? I bet you if Nicki was not as famous as she was, her and Tasha K would not even care about each other. Probably would not even like each other. So, and we're talking, this is Cardi B who has taken Tasha K to court, and Tasha still has not learned her lesson. She's a YouTuber who really loves to make bullish comments. She even made comments about the woman's mental health. She loves to make bullish comments about the mental health of other people. Remember when she made those comments about Jaguar Wright? And I don't even know Jaguar Wright. I've never known her music. I knew her because I was watching YouTube and I saw her through YouTube, right? We all know Jill Scott. So on YouTube, I learned she was friends with Jill Scott. Now, do I know that there are a lot of artists out there who are known but may not be known in the mainstream, like Jaguar Wright? Yes, I know that that exists. I know that that exists. It doesn't mean that they didn't work as hard as the next artist to get where they needed to be. Sometimes it's about your connection with people. And I'm not just talking about knowing the person, it's about how you connect with other people. I learned that too late in life, you guys. Even in corporate America, it's about how you connect with other people. But Tasha K is always making comments about people's mental health. Do you know why she does this? She does this because of how she feels about her own mental health. Cardi B's mental health is not her business, and neither is Jaguar Wright's. And I'm going to tell you guys, her show is not going to prosper. It's not. You cannot oppress other people and expect to prosper. Do you know how I know this? Because the Bible, God, Yahweh, and his son Yeshua, they tell us this in the Bible. When you oppress other people, God sees that. And that's what she's doing. She's trying to oppress Cardi B. She even talked about Cardi B in court, right? Talking about how Offset wasn't there for Cardi B. What does that have to do with you, Tasha K? Let's talk about your husband and the time you, on a live video, asked your husband if he wanted some, pee from you. I was like, the only women who do that are women who are in, if you do that publicly, if you're sitting there with your husband and you ask him, hey, you want some pee, want some of this? If you're by yourself and you're in that conversation, that's different. Whenever you start to bring it on air, you're then trying to prove something about your marriage to other people. And you should have been embarrassed because the face that he may love you, that's fine. But the face that he made when you asked him if he wanted any, the face that he made should have embarrassed you. So you're talking about Cardi B and her husband and their issues. you need to pay closer attention to you and your marriage, going on trying to mess up this girl's life. And I'm not a huge Cardi B fan. I like her music. My favorite song is the one, if you see me and I don't speak, that means I don't F with you. Girl, that's my song. It's my song because oftentimes I don't speak to everybody. And that's kind of like, okay, that's something I always wanted to say. Okay, if you see me and I don't speak, that means, look, I ain't dealing with you. I don't deal with you on that level. We're not there. We're not going to be there. So I like that song. I like some of her other songs. But in terms of, some, I would never go to a Nicki Minaj or Cardi B uh, concert because I think that both of them, both of them, their behavior on stage has taken women artists to a level that it's not conducive to my space. It's just not conducive to my space. It may be for someone else. It's not me. Even if I was younger, because of my values, I couldn't do that. I'm more of a Janet Jackson kind of, concert goer, that kind of concert. Okay. Anita Baker, Gladys Knight and the Pips, those people, well, not the Pips because they're no longer with us, but you get my jest, right? Um, just because someone is well known is not a reason to make them right about everything. So just because everyone knows Tasha K doesn't mean that when she gives her opinion or her Effery Friday bullishness, gibberish, it doesn't mean that it is accurate. It doesn't mean that they are right about what they are saying. That's why I say you need to pay close attention to whatever it is that you are hearing whenever people say things to you or when you hear things. I just wanted to come on and talk about those points because it's just like, this is a person who isn't going to get it. The one thing in her content this past Friday that really made me come on here. One moment, let me see here. Is the one thing that she talked about that really got me. I'm well educated. My family's well educated. I know other people who are even more educated than me because they have doctoral degrees. So it doesn't matter what a person is going through or what you see them going through. It doesn't mean that they are not educated. But Tasha K has told us, she herself on her show told us that she repeated the 9th grade 3 times. So on Friday, when she was talking about education, I was like, you need to go somewhere and get one before you start talking about what it is that people who obtained college degrees went through. You cannot speak to what we have gone through because you haven't gone through it. She was trying to say the only difference between people and people who are not college educated and people who are college educated is, they just they were what was the term she used? It had to do with the fact that we are those of us who are educated, we just were continuous in what it was that we wanted and stuff like that. That she says that's the only difference. It is not. She has the audacity to discuss college degrees as if she has one. She talked about the experience as if she had experienced it. The only education she had is 3 times in the 9th grade. That's her expertise. That's what she should speak to, is the 3 times that she did in the 9th grade. In fact, she should do a whole show about that and talk about each year and her experience for every year she spent in the 9th grade, instead of trying to talk about those of us like me who are college educated and talk about what we do to get our degrees. She has 0 experience in that and no idea what it takes to obtain a college degree. She talks about factors that she missed in her own life, like mental health, college education, other people's marriages. These are factors that she's missing in terms of positive processes. These are factors in her life that she's missing. I just couldn't, I just could not allow her to get away with that. So when you're listening to other YouTubers and their content, be cognizant about whatever it is that you're listening to. And then ask yourself, why are they doing this? What is their purpose in doing this? Is it jealousy? Do they have their own issues? Because why are you trying to oppress other people? Like that girl, Cups of Conversations, trying to oppress me. I don't know that girl from a hole in the wall, but I have learned some things in our investigation about her. She's going to prison. Her and the Eagle guy, whatever his name is, they're going to prison. They're definitely going to go to prison. They are oppressors. How does it benefit you to hack into someone's computer, hack into their life, and then go send out a trail of emails? People like that are mean-spirited. They are evil. They are of the devil. How do I know that? The Bible says it. So my advice, and I'm not saying don't listen to her, I'm not even saying that I might not go back over there in the next couple of weeks, but I would say be cognizant about how you listen to how other people are processing information. Okay? Are they being mean-spirited? Are they oppressing other people? What is their purpose behind their own content? My purpose here is to defend those who are college educated, because we know what it takes to get there, and she doesn't. But then there were a whole host of other things that she talked about on the channel that kind of triggered me that I wanted to talk about. And that's why I started out talking about Cardi B and, the Nicki Minaj and all of this stuff that they're doing to Cardi B. Let that woman alone. The Supreme Court is not going to rule in Tasha K's favor. I will be very surprised if they do. I will be very surprised if they even look at that case. She talked about how Cardi was in court. Look at how you were in court. There are a lot of people, Tasha K, who are saying that in court, you were not as confident as you are on your channel. They were saying that you were a completely different person. So when you're talking about how Cardi was in court and what she wore into court, her white pantsuit, the girl's got a body. The girl's got a body. She's got looks. She's beautiful. She's a young woman. You are 12 years older than her. You're being a really big bully. So you guys, I would just say when you're listening to YouTubers, do your own research and be cognizant about their information compared to what you actually believe about what it is that they're saying, and be cognizant about what is factual and what's in it for them. So that's all I came on here to say. You guys have a good one. I'll see you later on the next one.